Hello, and thanks for joining us for round 2 of our video series on synapseRT, which gives you total requirements, test case, and test execution management all within Jira. synapseRT NextGen is our new flagship product for total QA inside your Jira instance. So join us for this next in the video series, and we hope you'll finish out the series and watch all 5 of them. Thanks. In this, our second video in the synapseRT NextGen series, I will introduce you to how to manage test cases through synapseRT NextGen. To demonstrate this, let's start from a user scenario, and we'll use our flight reservation system product as an example. But first, let's review that when we manage test cases in synapseRT, we want to practice some best practices where possible. We want to make sure we organize our test cases in a tree structure with the synapseRT NextGen test suite approach, and we also want to create a test case structure to parallel the flight reservation system or any application under test product structure. Now let's look at our user scenario. We're now looking at the product structure for the flight reservation system. It contains different modules such as the Search Flights module, Purchase Ticket module, Make a Reservation module, and others. In each module, there are several features and functionalities. To cover these features, which have logical relationships from business, it is better to organize and group test cases logically and structurally. Along with this technique in synapseRT NG, we can also link the test cases to their requirement. synapseRT gives you a tree structure inside Jira to organize and manage your test cases into test suites. So let's get started with the demonstration of how synapseRT NextGen manages your test cases inside Jira. Here in the project summary page, there's the test suites link provided by synapseRT on the left project sidebar. Clicking the test suites link brings up the test suites page. To see the test suite structure, we click on Edit to open the structure for editing. Now, if we click the Add button, notice it pops up an Add Test Suite dialog. This is how we would add a brand new test suite. Specify a name and click the Add button to finish creating the test suite. Notice that the test suite you just created is now present on this page. You can go ahead and create more if you like. Now, to create a sub-test suite as part of an existing test suite, just click on the Edit icon directly to the inside of the test suite. Now you click the Add Test Suite icon to create the sub-test suite. As there is no depth limitation, you can create as many levels of test suites as you wish. So let's create a sub-test suite which is named Validate Bank in the credit card validation test suite. Now you can really start to see how synapseRT NG test suite hierarchical tree structure can help organize related groups of test cases logically and along the lines of your business modules. Now let's click the Add Test Case icon to create a test case from our flight reservation system test suite. Specify summary and all other necessary information, then click the Create button on the dialog to finish creating the test case. You will note that this is the same as creating any other type of ticket in Jira. Once the test case is created, it will appear in the test suite where you created it. You can also add an existing test case to any test suite by just clicking the Link Test Case icon here. You may also search your test cases, selecting the test cases you're interested in and clicking the Link button to link them to a particular test suite. If you wish to reorder the test suites or test cases in the tree, just drag and drop them. You can even put test suites inside of another test suite or put test cases inside of another test suite. If you no longer want a test case or test suite to be represented in a particular test suite anymore, click the Delete icon. Note that the test case or test suite still exists, you only have removed it from the existing test suite. If you have a group of test cases stored in a CSV file, you can click Import, and for any test suite, import these test cases into that test suite. You need to choose the CSV file from your local machine and then do the field mapping, then complete your test case import. You can also export your test cases to a CSV file by clicking the export icon here. If you want to move or copy your test cases from one test suite to another, you can click the move or copy icon and choose test case with hierarchy if you want to keep the entire hierarchy. Let's go ahead and keep the default option test case with hierarchy and select the destination test suite, then do copy. There, now let's switch to the destination test suite to see what happened. You can see that we just successfully copied test cases with the hierarchy. From within the test suite, click Ticket ID to call up the test case. You are able to edit the test case, including adding test steps and expected result. Now we're in the test case. From the test step panel, here's what you can do. You can add a test step by inputting step information and clicking the Add button. Let's add a few test steps here. You can export test case steps to be a CSV file also by clicking the Export button. We'll be covering import and export in greater detail in another video called Importing and Exporting Data. Also, you may import test steps from a CSV file. Importing and exporting test steps will be covered in detail in another video in this series called Importing and Exporting Data. Once a couple of test steps have been created, you can reorder them by dragging and dropping them if needed. If you want to update any test step, just move your cursor to that step and click the pencil icon to update it. If you wish to copy a step, click the clone icon and then the Add button. If you wish to delete a test step, just click the delete icon next to that test step. Now let's look at the requirement panel here. By clicking the link button, you can associate this test case to a requirement. Once we've associated the test case to the requirement, we can see the requirements below in the requirement panel. We can also update test suite information from the test case by using the test suite section here and clicking the Add button. Now let's go back to the test suite page to have a look at our test cases. Once you've completed creating all of the test cases for your product, your test cases will look something like this. Notice that there are different levels of test suites, and there are a couple of test cases nested in the test suite. To organize your page display, you can expand or collapse the test suites, or click Expand All, Collapse All. This completes the test case management portion of the demonstration. Thank you for watching. If you have any further questions or would like a real live demonstration, send an email to support@gotogroup.com.